And by John, open his mic and cue it.
John Schubeck here, and coming up minutes from now, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis dead tonight at the age of 64, losing the battle with cancer. Friends and family were present last week. Karen and I will detail the next story. All the music is
we're out. Perfect.
Strangely enough, the sad thousands will forgo witnessing the majestic beauty of Yellowstone's Already Old Faithful to go to Springfield, Tennessee, and meet the guys who put window stripping on their car. Park rangers are said to be both confused and dejected. The Saturn Homecoming. For details and directions, call 1-800-728-2550.
Yeah, that case closed. Stand by.
Carol Burnett.
Roll the stinger, and we're on it.
Pictures and cameras and television and radio, whatever.
At least one rifle had been equipped with a suppression device.
Go ahead and bring up beta.
We also located several explosive devices and arrows with explosives heads.
Come back to the car and you can open something, you put it in the trunk, and he started smuggling his
Stand by for the opening.
concerned about his wife, or we said, did your wife shoot you? And he said, and he was like, it's my wife.
And we're on the
Live
opening.
from the KMIR-TV studios.
Okay, we'll be coming out to camera 3. Should they do 2
John
shots?
Schubeck and Karen Devine. Mark Blaine with sports. Henry Weeping, weather.
Stand by cam 3.
Gloria Greer, stars on the
We're on cam 3. Stand by cam 1. Open their mics and cue them to 1.
Good evening, everybody. Former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis passed away tonight of cancer. Her battle with the ailment lasted months. Her passing is the final chapter of Camelot, a legendary American, one of those few Americans who transcended themselves into history during the process called living. Jackie's children, Carolyn Kennedy Schlossberg and John Kennedy Jr., were with her when she died at 7:15 our time this evening.
Jackie O revealed in February that she suffered from lymphatic cancer. This week her condition quickly worsened. She was released from a hospital in New York City on Wednesday after doctors said they could do no more for her. Reporter Drew Levinson looks back on the life of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
We're on it.
Was thrust into the national spotlight the day she married then Massachusetts Senator John F. Kennedy. She said the day her husband became president, she felt as though she'd become a piece of public property. In most ways, she was. Everyone wanted to be near her. The Kennedys were the closest thing to royalty in this country, and Jackie captured America's fascination. Everything she did, every move she made was watched closely. In the early 60s, she set the standard for women's fashion. In November 1963, Jacqueline accompanied her husband to Dallas. She was by his side when he was shot and killed, and stood solemnly as a new president took charge. For 3 days, the world watched as Jacqueline Kennedy and the 2 young children mourned the death of her husband. From that point on, she tried to lead a private life, but with her mystique, it was difficult.
I think she was a very private person. You know, she didn't take herself so seriously. She wasn't interested in pictures and cameras and television and radio, whatever.
5 years later, she married tycoon Aristotle Onassis and lived in Greece until his death in 1975. Mrs. Onassis then went into publishing, splitting her time between her work, the various estates, the art projects which interested her, and her children. 2 of her last public appearances were with President Clinton on board a yacht on Martha's Vineyard and at the opening of the Kennedy Library in Boston.
Stand by, John.
Drew Levinson, NBC News.
Open his mic and cue John.
A Los Angeles television station, meantime, is reporting tonight that one suspect may be in custody in connection with the shooting of the 2 German tourists near Idlewild on Monday. 64-year-old Klaus Pfleger and his wife were hiking at that time when they approached their car in a parking lot, and then the tragedy occurred. His wife died at the scene, shot to death. Pfleger was also shot tonight. He's in serious condition at Destin Hospital. Pfleger has been able to help investigators, though, by describing the 3 suspects involved. Tonight, a look at a couple of composites. And for the first time, we hear the 911 tapes the day it all happened.
On it.
Monday afternoon, 12:20. Victim Klaus Flager has just stumbled from his car. The first 911 call from a cellular phone in a passerby's car comes in.
Squeeze, and then we'll come to Karen Center.
How was he shot in the head? We don't have any idea. Says that his wife may have been shot also, but we don't know where she is.
In fact, his 62-year-old wife, Gisela, lay dead up the trail by then rescue workers on the way. Another 911 caller who had talked to the victim and had limited suspect information.
I have no description of the suspect. They're 18 years old, two of them. Oh, the suspect? Suspect with a small caliber, a small handgun. I don't know the caliber of it. It's shot apparently in the head and the chest area. That's what we need to get out of the victim. Oh my God. His wife is still disappointed. Okay. Okay. And shot in the chest.
A rescue chopper comes in to take Flager for help. You can see the wounds on his face, the blood, the pain. Yet another 911 caller telling of the man's concern for his wife.
Pulled up to the car, he find out where my weather tape put in his car, and he started mumbling his wife, blood coming out of his mouth, concerned about his wife, or which did your wife shoot you? And he said, and he was like, my wife, what's the vehicle?
Stand by, John.
Compact car, light blue, gray maybe, I don't know.
And Q, John.
Family and friends of
Stand by, Karen.
be with Flager. Gisela, Flager's body will be flown to Germany tomorrow for burial.
Q, Karen.
6 injured tonight, some of them seriously, after a collision in Coachella between a truck and a van. It happened at the corner of 52nd and Calhoun.
Okay.
Both
Karen will
drivers were stopped at the
tag,
intersection,
centered, and then we'll
but
put her in
police are
squeeze.
still trying to figure out what happened.
SOT,
The accident also caused the downing of a power line, cutting off electricity to the nearby homes. CHP says the intersection is a dangerous one.
Bring it up, thank you.
I've had a lot of fatal accidents here, and people really should watch this one carefully. Don't assume that somebody's going to stay stopped when they come to a stop sign, or when they're coming to a stop sign. If somebody's there, don't assume they're going to stay there. Always assume they're going to pull out.
And Q, Karen.
All 6 involved in the accident were taken to the hospital. Alcohol or drugs are not expected to be involved, but a full investigation is underway.
Put her in squeeze.
The end of the road for some local drug and arms dealers tonight. After nearly 10 years, the Special Investigations Bureau out of the County Sheriff's Department was able to break up a drug ring in Coachella. The drug operation had been distributing millions of dollars worth of tar heroin throughout the western United States. 3 of the ringleaders arrested earlier in the week: Maria Sanchez, Jorge Mesa Sanchez, and Miguel Zamora Perez, all of the Coachella Mecca area. 4 fugitives remain outstanding tonight, possibly hiding out in Mexico. The drug task force that made the bust formed over 2 years ago and includes the FBI, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, and other organizations, together with the Riverside County Sheriff.
We suspect that about $1 million wholesale value of tar heroin was moved across the border to this organization, and they're redistributed.
And Q, Karen.
Shut that down.
Q, Karen.
Meantime, another major bust in Desert Hot Springs early this morning uncovered a methamphetamine drug operation. Officials also recovered 47 firearms, including a rocket launcher, an air-to-ground missile, and several assault weapons. 2 suspects are in custody.
Bring it up. Okay, Center, Karen, please. You'll tag Center, I need John to squeeze. Thank you.
Silencer. We also located several explosive devices and arrows with explosives heads.
And Q, Karen.
And tonight, with suspects outstanding, the investigation continues into the heroin ring.
Q, John.
Indio was the site of yet another drug raid today. 93 officers entered a dozen homes on Cardinal Street as part of a crackdown on gangs in that area. Multi-agency gang task force called arrested 5 adults on various drug and weapons charges and 1 burglary charge. 1 juvenile was also arrested.
9,
Investigators say a number of items, including guns, paraphernalia, marijuana, and a small amount of heroin were recovered.
Bring it up.
We believe that the crush program like this sends a very important message to
John does not tag. We'll come to him and squeeze for the next
criminal
one.
acts. That is that we'll be out there doing our best to apprehend them for their actions and hold them responsible.
And Q, John.
In other news, it was a routine traffic stop. I was seeing it into something much more. When officers discovered some $260,000 of illegal drugs. It happened in Blythe late last night. 24-year-old Francisco Sicailos of Anaheim in custody at this hour on 4 drug-related charges. The officer, along with his partner, discovered 13.5 pounds of methamphetamine.
Stand by, we're coming straight to Karen.
Drugs were hidden in a vehicle. In the vehicle. Bail is now set for $500,000.
Q, Karen.
$16.5 million. That's how much the Indian Wells Country Club was auctioned off for tonight. Can you believe it? The buyers, mostly the club members themselves, after some $10 million bidding, the local buyer group walked away with the club. The property was seized as a part of a drug forfeiture case that involved an international money laundering operation with ties to Japan. Members of the club were ecstatic when the deal was closed.
Bring it up. Okay, Karen will tag this. And number 2 shot on 2.
The price we paid is a fair price, I think. And that's good for the club members.
Stand by, Karen. Yes, it is. Q, Karen.
Some land tied to the club was sold for $750,000, and the hotel associated with the hotel went for $8.25 million.
Q on the 2.
Coming up, first accused of wrongdoing, now suspended from his workplace.
You didn't rewind it, did you?
Casino Morongo employee put on leave. I'll tell you about what happened there.
And former LAPD Chief Daryl Gates takes it off for a local magazine. We'll take a look next.
Roll spots in 3, 2, 1. We're on them.
At Palm Springs Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Valley Nissan, great selection is only minutes away. Today, drive home in a new 4.6-liter V8 T-Bird LS and pay only $289 a month for 24 months. Or drive home a new 94 Escort LS. Love it with extras, and you'll pay only $189 a month for 24 months. Remember, great selection is only minutes away at Palm Springs Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Valley Nissan on Highway 111 in People City.
Hi from Snapper, an iced tea drinker from Atlanta writes, are your commercials for real, or are the people just actors? Ask them yourself.
So you don't think the people are real? We're real.
I believe you now. Making the best stuff on earth.
Look to Pacific Spa and Bath for general jacuzzi spas. Only jacuzzi features the finest quality and lower prices than the imitators. Pacific Spa and Bath has 6,000 square feet of finest jacuzzi spa mileage. To luxurious water, Pacific Spa and Bath invites you to see genuine jacuzzis engineered like no other spas in the world. Always 25 and 40%. Best selections, lowest price. Pacific Spa and Bath. Always save.
Okay, George, give me Karen and Squeeze for the first one. I guess we do have Squeeze for this.
Introducing Kia. Obsessed with building a car as well made as the Honda Civic. We conducted the following tests.
Insurance covers everything.
After months of just doing cars and rental plates, we learned how to make them even more durable.
Is there a short field to the Okay. First,
to jet our cars to all distribution. Because we think it's about time everyone had a well-made car.
Cam 2, coming to John.
Kia.
Center.
Call for the dealer nearest you.
Stand by, open his mic, and Q John.
The late word channel 2
Stand by,
in Los
Karen and
Angeles
Squeeze.
Times reporting that car authorities in Kern County have arrested 2 suspects who match the description in connection with the shooting on Monday of the 2 German tourists. So that's one that, if it becomes available later in this program.
Q Karen.
It's great news. Suspension tonight for the manager of Casino Morongo after allegations he helped skim $10 million from illegal gambling machines. 66-year-old Ira Englander's suspension comes less than a week after he and 3 co-defendants were named in a 23-count indictment by the grand jury. The tribal council says it also will investigate the charges of money laundering, conspiracy, and the alleged operating of illegal gaming devices on Indian land. The tribe says the machines it has are illegal. All of this, of course, in the midst of the tribal efforts to expand all forms of gambling being offered at their casinos.
Q John.
The chief, Daryl Gates, exposing a little skin, if you will, on the cover of a magazine this time. LA's former top cop has turned up at the cover of this month's Orange County, California magazine. Former leader of the department claims bare chested in conjunction with an interview he gave to the magazine. Gates was chief during
Karen for the next.
On his watch, the worst riots in modern history took place in LA after the police officers accused of beating Rodney King were acquitted. She was named and then last week was dismissed as a defendant in King's punitive damage suit.
Q Karen.
It's an ancient practice that dates back thousands of years, and now many young men and women are embracing it as their own, something called body modification. As Ken Cole reports, changing the way your body looks can be taken to extremes. Just a word of caution here, the video you are about to see is very graphic.
On it. This one's 250.
Some do it for the kicks, some for the shock, some for the sex. They pierce their bodies in strange places or cover themselves with tattoos and other markings. They are the modern criminals.
And I think that the fact that it has sprung up all over the world is more, speaks to people kind of looking for the primordial and looking for that connection to the past.
In fact, body decorations and piercings are common in so-called primitive cultures around the world. In India, Africa, and South America, piercings can be a sign of beauty, of leadership and strength. They can even be a required rite of passage for children entering adult life. But to many modern Americans, body piercing is just plain shocking.
Oh, people are kind of like, ooh, that must have hurt. Oh, I couldn't do it.
No, that's the other guy.
People generally react that way.
You're right. Pierced up.
Infection is always a concern with body piercing. The health department doesn't regulate the practice, but the more reputable piercers work out of sterile environments, and many won't pierce minors without the consent of a guardian.
Not too painful. Goes through the pierce. The needle is actually through your tongue. That's the part that hurts. You know, but it's so quick. It's under 5 seconds, and the pain's over.
I have, what would you call them, piercing junkies? People that come in, as soon as one pierce is healed, they either get it stretched to a larger gauge jewelry, or they'll actually get another pierce or 2 or 3 more pierces, and they keep coming back.
Piercing jewelry is actually pretty conservative. It's simple yet functional, whether you're talking about nose, navel, nipples, or something a lot more personal.
Genital piercings are a bit different, and they're a bit on the extreme for a lot of people, but they do provide a different stimulus than you're used to, and they can be very rewarding sexually for both the male and the female.
Those who choose to pierce their bodies are definitely a different breed, but that's really the point, isn't it? To set yourself apart from the crowd, to assert your individuality. After all, they say it's their body to play with. Their tastes just happen to be a little different. Ken Cole, News 4.
Open the mics and cue to do.
It's a little out of hand.
Standby spots.
You know how the word you use that just tears me up? He said it's functional.
We gotta go to spots. Come on.
He said it's sexual.
Stand by.
What the heck is he talking about?
Andy,
Henry's promising only perfect weather for the rest of the week.
Roll spots in 3, 2, 1. We're on it. This is a 2-minute break. We'll come out to that same 2-shot on cam 2. And you should have some footage there. Mel Gibson, I believe it is. Maverick. That'll be our next video. That's glorious.
Luxury car line. So before you buy, check with someone who's already gotten their feet.
Lousy quality. It has to be.
Whether you buy or lease, CDLS at Desert Lexus.
You hearing me?
At JFK Memorial
Quality's so
Hospital,
bad, how could it be
we
anything
have
else?
machines sensitive enough to find microscopic tumors. We also have equipment that may detect cardiac damage with a 93% accuracy rate. And laser technology is used to perform major surgery within a diameter.
I have no idea.
But at JFK Memorial, you'll find something even more sensitive than this equipment. Our people. JFK Memorial Hospital, building a healthier community, one person at a time.
Weather and I'll save you 3
If you had a
minutes.
choice, would you put these ingredients on your next salad? You do have a choice. Louise's Garden Salad Dressings. We care because we like salads too. You won't believe dressings can come out of a bottle, but they do. Louise's Garden California Caesar and balsamic vinaigrette. Ask for them by name. Louise's Garden Salad Dressings. We'd like to send you a free recipe booklet.
See, you can do
Just
less
call
than
Louise's
2.
Garden at 1-800-990-3111. Oh, that's my trainer. You know, she didn't come here. I never do anything.
Hey, Henry. Where's my weather money?
Waiting truck. She's dying to show it to me. Ooh, an Explorer Limited. Nice. She couldn't believe she could lease it for less than she could buy one. Her Ford dealer showed her this great plan. After just 2 years, she can buy it and walk away. Get a move.
And we're on it.
All right, let's check the highs and lows for tonight. The highs today and the lows tonight while I go out and get in touch with my ear.
Just hanging out.
Stand by, camera 1. Stand by and cue him to 1.
You know, if you're a Cincinnati Red baseball player, now there's Mark shot's going to come down real heavy on you. You don't care about that when Mark comes into sports. What do we have, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you what, we have some, a return of some warmer temperatures. I would say that these cooler temperatures have all but left us. And I don't know if they're ever going to come back. I think we're ready to just move right into summer.
We're going to go on
I don't want to hear that, but I think it's the case. Take you outside, current conditions here or there. We'll get you caught up to date. We have a lot of information for you, including your current temperature, which is 66 degrees. Humidity at 38%, barometer rising 29.91, wind out of the northwest at 16.
Why do I have
sunrise tomorrow at 5:41, sunset at 7:43. Get you caught up to date. Here is the latest. This tropical low pressure we've been talking about all week. Topic of conversation no more, because although it's moving slowly, it is moving eastward and it is moving northward. So by tomorrow, it will be out of our effective range, and which means we will return to more seasonal temperatures and seasonal conditions, which means no clouds, at least not as many as we've been seeing the last couple of days, and warmer temperatures. We could be right up around 90 degrees tomorrow, and we will be well into the 90s through the weekend. In fact, we're probably going to be talking about 90 plus temperatures for the next 6 to 12 days. So get used to the heat. It's coming. Across the nation, very quiet weather day, and that pattern will continue tonight. We did get some severe weather from 7 to 4 today. In fact, about an inch and a half just north of Miami. Even a tornado touching down, but no reports of any damage. Further up north, we do have a system just off the Atlantic coast, and it did bring some pretty good shower activity into the central Atlantic and some, well, scattered shower activity into New England. But other than that, as I said, very quiet across the nation. Traveling this weekend, well, if your travels take you into San Francisco tomorrow, you can expect a high of 65 and some clouds out there as well. Santa Barbara 68. Vegas is pretty good, partly cloudy skies.
30. No, you know what? Forget it. Don't even give it.
Clouds and a fog in the morning, burning off in the afternoon. The same scenario for San Diego with a high of 68. Iowa, pretty chilly for this time of year. Only 57 degrees for a high. Speaking of temperatures, here are the temperatures we can expect here in the Coachella Valley. We're going to be about 56 to 60 degrees for tonight. And then you can see those overnight lows going to pick up as we head into next week. And you can see temperatures as well. 92 degrees tomorrow, clear skies across the board, and anywhere between 94 and 98 all through the weekend, and that's pretty much our situation.
Cam 1 and
next
Cam
week
1.
as well as warmer temperatures.
Cam 2.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Roll spot.
When we come back, a look at Mel Gibson and his latest role as Maverick.
Roll spots. And 3. Take all the map. 3, 2, 1. We're on it. Yeah, we're on it. We got a new monitor here.
That's why the word sells more.
Yeah. Just go straight to it.
Take a look at this.
They don't want to intro it? No. Okay.
Put a
pre-roll on.
Yeah, give me about a second pre-roll. We're coming straight to you.
Special with driver's side airbag. Something you can't get on any Chevrolet truck in this class. Now take another look at the price. Ford F-Series. Take one home.
Andy, what is this? A 2-minute break? Oh, I got it. Here, let's tell you what it is. It is a 2-minute break.
Furniture is calling it quits. That's right. Talbot Furniture is going out of business and must liquidate their entire stock. Total liquidation on all sofas and love seats. Total liquidation on all recliners. Total liquidation on everything in stock. This means great savings to you. 30, 50, 70% off everything in stock. Don't miss the savings at Talbot Furniture's going out of business sale. Located in the Talbot Center in Rancho Mirage.
Maintenant, voyons. First, on meant to play in a professional hockey league.
At Tony Roman's stew, we're famous.
We're coming straight to Team 1.
Like our Blue Ridge Smokies.
Team 1, we're not coming again. Let's come straight to it.
Smoky molasses sauce for just $9.99.
If you want good ribs, make Tony Roman's your goal.
I catch pucks with my face.
You, Andy, you're good.
Considering a Toyota Camry
take a few notes. Because the Honda Accord LX has a longer wheelbase. Let's see. It's got more headroom. It's got 5 more horsepower. And it goes 2 miles farther on 40 gallons of gas immediately. Most surprising of all, the Accord costs over $1,400 less. Now, draw your own conclusions.
Roll it for me, and we're on it. Yeah. Okay, this thing runs
I
don't know.
Maverick was always more than just a TV character. You can tell by the name, he was an attitude. The quick-witted quick draw was a small scoop hit in the 50s and 60s. Now 90s filmmakers are hoping he can play with a new hand.
We made a different kind of film here. You know,
my rundown is 5 minutes 23 seconds long.
Because when we made
let's hold our breath.
We didn't have the time and the money to make the kind of film we made here.
For those who don't remember that now, the TV Maverick was James Garner, who appears in the movie. But the new Maverick is Mel Gibson, and they're not the same character.
Maverick? Oh, yeah. He was definitely really magnetic, but a kind of a likable.
Does glow up here anywhere in this?
Just an ounce of like dangerous kind of. Jim Garner was very suave, very smooth, cool sort of guy. This Maverick has a little more. He's a little more.
George, you're on top of it tonight.
That's kind of a 90s influence thing, I think.
Newspaper.
4 minutes TV used to be the butt of movie makers' jokes. Now it's the source of seemingly half the material coming out of Hollywood. But director Dick Donner says it's a natural evolution.
I think it boils down to this. He has spoken, but I think
I don't know how to do
that has become part of our American history, right? Some of that stuff is 30, almost 40 years ago. I think we're delving back into it. I don't think there's a dearth of screenplays now. I think there's a wealth of them. But I think people are looking at it and saying, hey, that's part of our history.
It's certainly part of our movie culture now. I'm Lucy Moore for NBC News.
Okay, Lucy's sitting in for Gloria. She will be back tomorrow. When we come back in sports, good start for the Angels' new skipper.
Roll it. Roll spots in 3, 2, 1. We're on it. Okay, this here is a minute 40-year break.
Positive buying experience.
Best in personal service. Great location and low overhead into you.
Best values in town.
You owe it to yourself to talk to Mike Burns Fiesta Ford.
If you want to be treated fairly and honestly, you must see Fiesta Ford Lincoln Mercury in Indio, the other Ford dealer.
Get the extra mile treatment at Mike Burns Fiesta Ford Lincoln Mercury in Indio.
Over 28 years, the most recommended Ford dealer in town.
Just minutes away on Highway 111 at Auto Center Drive in Indio.
You owe it to yourself.
It's not a kindergarten class.
I don't have sports.
It's not a daycare center. It's not Sunday school. It's a dining room. And we can help you paint it. At home base, you'll find more customer service people to help you with your painting project. And now the factory has rolled back prices on 10-year performance test paints. So you did too. Like 10-year interior flat paint, just $8.98. Home base, ready to help.
He's screaming. We're 40 out. Right now, 40.
Carl Martin's doesn't shop for men's remodeling, and we much rather sell our inventory than store it. Big savings on the best of men's apparel. Carl Martin's doesn't shop for
way.
Say hi to Neon, and you could be saying goodbye to a few others, like Toyota Corolla. Plymouth Neon comes with a 2-liter 16-valve engine. Its 132 horses pack more punch. With cab-forward design, Plymouth Neon's spacious interior puts the squeeze on Corolla. And Neon is just $179 a month. You say so long just to Corolla? No, you won't be that good either. Plymouth Neon at your Southern California Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Thank you. Stand by, open their mics, and cue them to 1.
Did you see, when they picked the first team of the NBA's best players? Right, they went through this whole list, got 5 of the first team, the second year. Sir Charles was on the second team. He made the second team. Well, at least he made a team.
And cue Mark.
Was the third team.
Cue Mark.
I didn't make the cut. A new era for the Angels tonight. Former pitching coach Marcel Lash with his first game.
as the Angels step into the dugout. Marcel getting used to the Anaheim Dixie.
This is a both
Also
spots.
making his debut for the Angels, John Farrell, before leaving after being hit in the shin. He went 7 2/3
SOT up at 30.
Strong outing, striking out 8 along the way.
We'll be wiping the scores.
6, Gary Disarcina standing in, breaks a 3-3 tie. Drives a ball to center. Brian McRae out there with a great catch. But Damien easily tagged and scored, make it 4-3 Halos. Joe Gray came in to close it out, protecting a 1-1 lead. Time run on
10,
second, 2 out in the
9,
ninth. Got
8,
Brooks to ground
7,
out to end it.
6,
Angels hang
5,
on for 5-4 win, giving Washington a win.
3,
Debut.
2, bring it up.
There's a great deal of young talent on this team, and there's a good mix with the Chili Davises and some of the
scores.
players that
in this thing,
you know, it would be easy for me to say that let's be building and you know, stretch, but I don't see where we're not in this thing.
And we're on scores.
Those comments were made before the ball game. Other play, Indians win in 13, Red Sox over the Orioles, and it's the Mariners by the Rangers.
We're on
in Denver, Rockies hosting the Dodgers. Dinger, the Rockies mascot, got to see his namesake. Top of the second, Henry Rodriguez takes the pitch the other way. A solo shot headed for the seats and left. Henry's 5th on the year. Dodgers had a 1-0 lead. 16, Ron Mondesi got in a 5-run frame. He dropped a double into the right center gap. Blaming Rodriguez. Dodgers led 3-1. It was Miller time at Mile High. Dodgers roll for an 8-2 victory. They've won 9 of their last 10 and take a game-and-a-half lead over the Iowa Giants.
On scores.
Other action, wins for the Astros as well as for the Reds.
And Q Mark.
Basketball, no job stability in the coaching ranks these days. The Trailblazers today firing Coach Rick Adelman. During his 5.5 seasons, he led Portland to the finals twice, but never won at all. NBA playoffs at Market Square Arena, George Foreman with pizza. Big George
It's that Matumbo we aired. That's Denver Nuggets shit, you know? We just put Denver Nuggets shit on the tail of the Angels.
Shot the top seed in East Atlanta. They take it 98-79. Winning the series 4-2. They'll meet the winner of the Knicks Bulls series. In Denver, Broncos quarterback John Elway helping point the way for the Nuggets. The postseason Cinderella story continues. Nuggets in white to Kembe. Matumbo takes the pass down low.
See what I'm saying? That Matumbo t-shirt was on the tail of the Angels.
They go along with 5.
Wayne is losing his mind.
End of the game, Jazz down by 3. Jeff Hornacek
so stressed
goes to the tie, but his 3 won't stay in the
doesn't know what he's figuring out.
Nuggets energized, hold on for a 94-91 win.
Stand by spot.
Going down 3-0. They've rallied to force a 7th on Saturday in Utah.
Q Mark.
Also tonight, Suns stay of off elimination here from Houston, 103-89. They'll play Game 7 Saturday in Houston. Stanley Cup playoffs in New Jersey. A Hair Club member giving the Rangers
just a
respect.
VO.
For the second time the series,
back to Mark. He's got
This is not hockey.
Stand by. Coming back to Mark. On Mark. Okay.
Can we go to that
hockey?
Kid, you got a hockey tape.
This is it.
Okay,
double
roll it.
overtime. Second time the series, of course, they went double overtime in the. No, this isn't it either. At any rate,
what do you mean that's not it?
The Rangers took the game 2-1.
Stand by. We'll be coming to Mark.
Double overtime. They take a 2-1.
Flag it down and cue it.
Tennis note.
Okay.
Monica Seles was filed
Stand by camera 1.
lawsuit against the German Tennis Federation.
We'll be coming to camera 1.
Tournament in Hamburg. She was stabbed at the back, putting her career in doubt. Seles feels.
We're a minute 30 out. Have them talk. And cue 2-1.
Sorry about the hockey highlights. It's me.
What else is doing sports? Look.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's a spot. I have a spot. There we go.
Once again, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, dead tonight at the age of 64.
And we're told also.
I got a 30 ready.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Andy.
3 suspects picked them up in the car.
We're a minute out.
Description of the individuals who may have been involved in the shooting of those 2 German tourists in Idlewild back on Monday this week.
Callie Lentini will have the latest tomorrow morning at 6:56. Join her tomorrow.
Take me
We'll
out at 55.
see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Okay,
Thanks for joining us.
Stand by camera 3. We're on cam 3. We're going out at 55. We're 15 out of the show.
I wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Stand by spots in 10.
Check this tape.
And
I pulled it already. I'm sorry.
roll spots in 3, 2, 1. We're on it. Good show, everybody. Thanks.
Here comes Sammy C, trying to give the kids a smoke.
I want to black to your lungs, and they show me hard.
to breathe. Coffee weed.
That's rats, man.
Guess we cured that disease.
What's that?
Be smart. Have a healthy heart.
The one that you were doing?
Oh, fuck.
There's a whole new car company in America.
What?
The one that you showed?
No,
yeah, we
that's
know.
not it.
We're looking. We can't find them. They're not on the page.
We were obsessed with
Yeah, I mean,
building cars.
you use
John Mays behind the Civic. So we
Scott
actually
Giatti.
followed the Civic around for 100,000 miles.
That's all you have.
After 30 years of building
We don't
reliable
know. We
vehicles for
still
many
look.
countries,
There's nothing on that
we decided
tape,
to come to
man.
America.
Right
So we
here.
drove mile for mile with a Civic. From 118
Just going straight along,
to
hearing the
30
same
below,
stuff
to over 14,000 feet.
The bunny is the last thing.
And during that year-long test, we learned a lot that helped us make an even better car. Yeah, we followed the Civic everywhere.
I'd love to know what happened.
Into the neighborhood of $12,000.
I kill the guy to do it.
Oh, that's what happened. It wasn't you.
Because it's about time everyone had a well-made car. Call for the dealer nearest you.
On Rescue 911,
Cool, I can
a
bail
store
out of
owner
this
is brutally shot by masked gunmen.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
His only link to survival is the emergency operators.
Aren't you glad it was me catching that shit, huh? Instead of you.
Police. He
What
must
the
hang
fuck's
on
going
and
on
fight
with
for
this
his own
guy?
life. On the next Rescue
Oh, he's
911.
pissed. Look at him. He's cruising the halls looking for blood.
Now, get warehouse prices on Mazda, Acura, Hyundai, and Kia at the Cathedral City Auto Mall. Don't pay retail. Don't pay
$35.00.
Choose from a giant inventory. Mazda, Acura, Hyundai, and Kia. Now at warehouse prices at the Cathedral City Auto Mall. Why pay more when warehouse prices are available now? Plus $199 delivers any vehicle of your choice immediately. No need to wait for a sale. Warehouse prices save you every day. Only at the Cathedral City Auto Mall.
Weekday morning.
Write him up.
Write him up. Fucking
Write him up. Overbooked. Overbooked.
Where's the DR? What you gotta do is you write down here, overbooked. 30 seconds.
Terminal break overbooked.
Yeah, but no, here's the problem. Here, you wrote 3325. Add it up. 35, 25. 25 seconds too long. Got it,
They've done that to me before too.
Where's all of it?
I hate it when they do that.
Over what?
Overbooked. Yeah, overbooked. B-O-O-K-E-D. Overbooked.
Thank you for coming.
Some loud, it wasn't me.
Oh yeah, all the wrong sports stuff.
It's great to be
Dwayne
here in New
Fine,
York
whoever
City.
made that tape and killed him yet.
Now, folks, here's some interesting political news. There's a group now trying to get Rush Limbaugh